Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Robin the Jeweler, and today I'm going to show you how I made these beautiful earrings. They're pretty easy and simple, so if you are a beginner, you should have no problems at all. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll wait. I really cracked myself up, but let's get into the tutorial. So first things first, we're going to take 6.5 inches of wire and we're going to wrap it around something round. It doesn't have to be a mandrel, it just has to be something that's going to make the perfect hoop. After that, I like to take my neon pliers and hammer around the wire one full time. You don't have to have these pliers, but it does help with shaping. After that, you should have a complete perfect circle. It should be round and it should line up perfectly. Once you have your perfect circle, you're going to use your wire cutters and you're going to cut 1 inch in between the wires. Once you finish cutting 1 inch between the wires, you're going to take your round nose pliers and you're going to make a loop. Now I have 2 different types of round nose pliers, so I'm going to show you both. So what you do is you grip the very end of the wire really tight and push the wire towards the way you want your loop to go. Make sure that you always close your ends, because during the next step you're going to see why, but I'm also going to show you how to wrap the wire around the other round nose pliers. Once again, you're going to grip the very end of the wire and wrap it around the round nose pliers. I did have to use my other round nose pliers in order to tuck in the ends. So if you're just now buying pliers, I suggest you just get the regular small ones. But for now, you can see the difference in size between both of the bases we just made. Next, you're going to get your hammer and you're going to go around the wire just so the wire can be more sturdy. So your base should look similar to this one. This time around, I'm going to use different types of green gemstones. I just randomly go through them and see what I like. I do have a lot of gemstones, so I could pick for days, but yeah, I just look through them and see whatever I get a feel for. I also have these as well, so I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So after I decide, then I start the next step. The following steps are pretty simple. All you have to do is wrap the wire around the base 5 times. I'm also using my flat nose pliers to tighten the wire and also to make sure that it's aligned. So this is one of my favorite parts because all of the gemstones are different shapes and sizes. So I like to see how they're going to line up with each other. So this is all about playing with the gemstones and seeing what you like. After you placed your gemstones, you're going to wrap the wire around again, but this time you're going to go upward. I also forgot to say that I am using a 24 gauge wire. You can also use a 20 gauge as well, but it really depends on if the wire can fit inside the gemstones or not. And usually it can't fit an 18 gauge or a 16 gauge wire. I do believe if you buy gemstones from Michael's and Joann's, I think they could fit a 18 gauge wire, but I highly suggest you just get a smaller wire because it's easier to manipulate. Also, make sure that your hoop stays tight, the loop stays tight, because the wire will slide down. So just take your round nose pliers again and just make it tight, and it should close. After that, you take your wire cutters and you make sure that that end of the wire is tucked in using your flat nose pliers. I do have these stainless steel air wires that are easy to open and close. If you do not know how to make an air wire out of the wire you already have, please check out my previous videos because I will show you how to make it. It's pretty simple as well. So now I'm going to show you how to make 2 at a time, quick and easy, and it honestly shouldn't even take you 30 minutes to make. So first you're going to cut 1 inch in between both of the wires, quick and simple, chop chop, and use your wire cutters. And I highly suggest if you're a beginner, you need wire cutters. After that, you should have 2 perfect hoops that look exactly the same. Once you finish cutting it, you're going to take it on the mandrel that you have and go around with your neon pliers. Honestly, if you skip this step, the earrings will still come out nicely. After that, take your round nose pliers and make your loop. Honestly, you can make your loop whatever size you want. If you want to use the end of the round nose pliers, use that as well. And to be honest, I use every size. And when it's easier for me to just use the end, but when I do use the other side, I make sure I leave a mark with a marker so they can be the exact same size. Also, if you feel a type of way about the size or if you're not sure, just put it right back on your mandrel and make sure that they are the same. I want to show you guys the difference between the hammers. Now, when you're using your neon hammer, it's just to flatten out the wire because sometimes the wire is not leveled how it's supposed to be. And also, you need to take your time as you go around. Just don't like hammer all the way around at once. Like, take your time so it can be perfect. As you can see, I'm like hammering in sections. Like, think of it as like 3 sections, like both ends and the middle. See, they're perfectly aligned. Now when you use this hammer makes the most difference. You can also use it for a texture, or you can use it makes the wire more sturdy and it flattens the wire out more. So here you're going to see the difference between the wires from if you do use this hammer from when you don't. Oh, and also, please do not use your legs for this. If you have a wooden surface, please use that instead. Clearly, I have a plastic table that I'm recording on, and I highly suggest you don't use that. After that, they should be similar in shape and size, and it's time to wrap your crystals around. That's the hardest part of this whole airing process, is hammering down the ear wire and making sure that it's even. Also remember that when you start wrapping, you're wrapping down. And once you put your crystals on, then you're gonna wrap up. And both sides, you only wrap it around 5 times. Once you finish with that, now it's just time to add on your gemstones. This time I'm using amethyst and rose quartz. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will be making weekly videos, so if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
on the track.